Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're going to talk about data breaches and websites that will alert you to what data breaches have occurred. Data breaches are a big thing in this year of 2018 because they occur all the time. Since 2013, there have probably been 14 billion pieces of information that have been obtained by hackers. It's estimated that at least hackers get 200,000 pieces of information from breached websites every hour. So it's big business for the hackers, and obviously it's a situation where the average person needs to be concerned about what data breaches are occurring. How can you keep track? Because it isn't always shown in the news that there is a hack going on. So there's specific websites that you can visit to make sure that your email address hasn't been compromised. And you can also go to see which businesses have been hacked. You can keep up on tech news, or you can go to these websites to find out which sites have been hacked and if your information is safe. So we're going to switch screens like we always do and take a look at some of the websites that have been affected by some of the data breaches. So let's take a look. Our first website is from fighting identity crimes. Actually, it's Easy Shield. They have a breach news summary. And if you go through the summary of their website, it'll show September 2018, and it basically lists everything that has happened with each data breach. So the last breach that they show on their site is Independence Blue Cross, shows you the amount of information that has been hacked, 17,000 in this instance. Shows the information that was exposed, name, date of birth, diagnosis, information, provider details, and insurance claim details. Why is this important? Well, for data breaches for health systems, one of the scams that is going on is with healthcare scams. Hackers are trying to get your valuable information so that they could sell it over the dark web to people who don't have insurance and who need help. So if we move on, you can see Guardian Health and MedCall Advisors and Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Rhode Island. But if you go to Easy Shield and go to fightingidentitycrimes.com and then breach news summary, you will find this website. And as you can see, it's got it month by month, and it also lists every corporation that has suffered a data breach. I'm sure many of these you haven't seen in the news, but it's a good idea to check out this website to make sure that your information hasn't been compromised, because it's a big deal. No one wants their information stolen, right? I know that I don't. So let's switch screens again. Let me pull up the next site and we will go. Our next site is SecurityNet. It's a website that has website monitoring and Windows or website firewall. But what you can do with Security is to go to the website and type in a website to find out if it's malicious. Obviously, we're going to type in Integral Computer Consultants, if I could spell, and we'll do a scan web and make sure that this website is not malicious. After a few seconds, it's doing its scanning. Please wait, and we'll switch back to me so that you can see what I'm doing. But anyway, if you get a link to a website that you're unsure of, before you visit that site, go to Security and type in the name of the website. It'll do a scan for the site to make sure that there is no malicious links or any other details that will get you into trouble as far as falling victim to a tech support scam or any of the other internet scams out there. If we switch screens here, as you can see, it's still going on. Please wait. So we'll move on and come back to this one. The last one is one of my favorite sites, and it's a site called Have I Been Pwned? That's right. Pwned is the hacker term of owned. Once upon a time, a hacker was playing a video game and accidentally said, "Hey, you've been owned," but accidentally typed the P instead of the O. So I Have Been Pawned or Owned is a website that will allow you to type in your email address to see if your email has been compromised. I'll type in one of our older Yahoo email addresses so that you can kind of get an idea of what happens. So if we hit pawned, it'll scan and oh no, this email address has been pawned. And if you scroll down in the list, you can see when that email address was compromised. Now, if you do have an email address that has been compromised, one of the things that you want to do is to make sure that you change your password for all of your online accounts that you've used that password for. Many of you probably fall victim to using the same password for all of your online accounts, and you don't want to use the same password. So what you need to do is set up separate passwords for all of your online accounts, and make sure that if you notice that one of your email addresses has been compromised, that you can go in and change the password for that account, making sure that hackers don't have your information. So let's go through the sites again so that you can have an idea. So the last one we just talked about is Have I Been Pawned? Let's go to our browser, and look at that. We've got the scan results back from typing in Integral Computer Consultants from Securi. As you can see, the website pops up and says that there is no malware found and that the site is not blacklisted. So it tells you what you can, or the different tools that it uses in order to keep track of what websites are clean and what websites aren't clean. And finally, let's go back to our beginning, which is Easy Shield's breach tool that will allow you to see what data breaches have occurred. And you can go back a long ways on that site to find out what sites have been compromised. So keep vigilant as far as all of the data breaches are concerned, because they happen daily, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make your local news or national news. So you need to take steps and be vigilant and make sure that you're doing the things in order to protect yourself against data breaches. If you have comments or questions about this tech tip, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like to hear me talk about. And speaking of tips, even though it has nothing to do with tips, be sure to subscribe. And I always love throwing my hands up. Yay! Subscribe! Subscribe to our YouTube channels, either at Integral or myself, Burton, Kelso, the technology expert. Both our YouTube channels and social media sites are chock full of information that's designed to keep you safe and secure from cybersecurity alerts and from just normal technology challenges that you may face every day. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, and thanks for watching.